I don't know where to look. Do I look at you? Do I
I
look at
wouldn't.
Sam? Do I look at the people?
If I had the choice to look at me or not look at me, I would choose not.
Okay. Well, this is an experimental video. Hey, Sam.
Hey, I'm
Hey, Ben.
in faraway land.
I know this is we're out of lockdown. This is fantastic. We're back at the desk.
I know, except for me.
You're in between us,
Hopefully
and that's
soon.
really weird.
I know. Yeah.
Just do that again. Do that again.
This is a Halloween themed Lucky Dip. Happy Halloween to everybody. We are from the Good Movie Monday podcast, and we're gonna dip into this little bowl. I'm assuming you've got some Halloween treats in yours.
You know what they say about assumptions, Glenn?
What?
No.
Yeah.
I was asking the question.
Oh.
They make an ass out of you and me.
Would you like to go first?
Sure.
Where am I drinking from? Water.
Okay. What will it be? Ooh.
Urban Legend.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. It's Jamie Blanks.
Jamie Blanks.
Yeah,
Jamie
good.
Blanks' first
Yeah.
Hollywood film.
It was, and he scored this film the same way James Wan-Lee scored Saw. So he made a short film. It was a trailer for I know what he did last summer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Ah,
And
right.
the studio then
that.
gave him the job. He's a Melbourneite, Jamie Blanks, the director of this one.
I feel like when I wrote it down and I put it in my Lucky Dip, I was like, have we talked about this before? Because I remember you mentioning that. And
He's name dropped a lot.
Yeah. Okay. That's probably what it is.
Yeah,
because I was just like, I feel like I've done this before.
Same circle as Ben and I to an extent, and is a lot of mutual events and things like that.
Yeah.
Urban Legend's a good film. It's one of those ones that came on the bandwagon of Scream. That Scream was like the revival of the slasher,
it's the post Scream slasher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. You know?
Yeah, so do I.
I don't like Jared Leto from that era, but I do enjoy him in that one.
I have to say though, I do like Urban Legends. He's great. But I also like Urban Legends 2.
Yes, me too.
Just for that scene where the girl wakes up in the bathtub of ice, and then she tries to escape out the window of this thing, and the guy comes in from behind her and grabs her by the kidney wounds where they've removed her kidneys.
Yeah.
And you just see him.
I haven't seen the second one because I haven't been able to. I mean, the way that I saw this first one was not entirely legal, so I haven't been able to see the second one because
at all.
Without...
I don't know what that means. But this was when this came out, it was such a big deal. Like he was on Hey Hey It's Saturday.
Yeah.
Talking about getting this because it was such a big thing that, local Melbourne boy makes a short film or a trailer and gets to direct a Hollywood feature.
Yeah.
It was a huge deal.
Wow.
Well, I mean, the viewers can't see this, but if they go back to other videos, they'll be able to. That poster I've got over there, The Fortunate, he edited that teaser for that. He does a lot of editing. He edited Mark Hartley's Not Quite Hollywood, and
he did indeed.
Well, most of his docos, I think.
He's helped us out. He's done sound for a couple of our trailers.
Yeah. But no, part 2. Do you know who wrote part 2? That's Scott Derrickson, who's got the new movie with Ethan Hawke coming out, the Black Door.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. He wrote part 2.
Black Phone.
Black Phone. Yeah.
The Black Door. Something happened in the Black Phone.
I interviewed him recently, and I'm really glad I didn't say that because it was in my mind. Don't say Black Door. Don't say Black Door.
It's perfect.
But I did tell him how much I love Hellraiser Inferno, which was the first movie he directed.
That was the third one, wasn't it?
No, that was number 5.
Oh, 5,
Hellraiser
sorry.
3, was it Hell on Earth?
It's right behind you on the poster. Hell on Earth, mate.
Oh, Hell on Earth. That was the one, that was the one I thought was weird.
From Becca.
Yeah, look, it's weird compared to the first 2.
The first
if you're going
2,
back to back, but it's one of the strongest movies in the franchise, I reckon, because it gives Pinhead's backstory.
Yeah.
It just reminded me. Sorry, it just reminded me of Nightmare on Elm Street. like
Yeah.
how it went from kind of like this is a serious movie to being kind of quirky. But
Yep.
yeah,
It all takes place on a roller skating rink?
Well, no, no. There's
They
a
all get
disco
locked in
scene.
it. There's
Yeah.
there's a
Nightclub
nightclub.
scene.
They all get
when-
locked in it, and that's when
and the CDs
the
fly and
Cenobites
shit.
and stuff. Yeah,
They have a
come out,
Cenobite created by CDs that are implanted in
Yeah.
his head.
which is great.
Yeah, but that's Anthony
Frank.
Hitchcock directed that one. See, I love these segments because we
Frank.
can go from talking about urban legend to bloody hell
yeah.
on it, you know? Yeah, and Ben can check his phone.
It flashed
Whoa. Uh-oh.
when some
So did mine actually.
I have the attention
Was-
They
span.
flashed at the
Are
same
you two
time.
texting?
No,
Is that what it is?
I think
What
it was your message.
What's going on here?
No, I think
It was your. I think it was your message, Glenn. That
Yeah.
like how it
Oh.
sends you a notification later saying
There's a
this person
notification
messaged
saying
you.
that we're online. Here's
Ben
the
and I
link.
Yeah.
text each other, but like, all right, I'm
I
gonna
sexted
go.
a lot of people.
I'm gonna
Glenn.
go. And what camera do I do this to? Not that one because it's not. I'll
Just
show
tell
you,
me
Sam.
what it
It is
is.
recording.
What does that say?
Dark Knight of the Scarecrow.
Yeah,
Dark Knight.
I
of the
don't know
Scarecrow.
that.
Larry Drake. Okay, well, this is the perfect Halloween film. It's
It's the LA Law Halloween special.
It's 1970s. I don't know which year it is. I don't think I wrote it down. Was made for television, but released
81?
recently. There you go. She's got the computer going.
There
I
we
do-
go.
sorry.
I didn't even hear a type.
It feels like 70s though, and it was made for television, but I think it also got a small theatrical run in some territories. And it's about a mentally handicapped man, Larry Drake. Hello, Benny from LA Law,
Yeah.
who is handicapped. Not in real
Oh.
life though, just looks that way. But he plays a farm boy who's completely bullied.
Say that to Dr. Giggles' face.
He's bullied into the worst kind of ways, and they end up stringing him up in a cornfield as a scarecrow, and they pretty much beat him to death.
like the
Ah.
pilot of Superman or Smallville.
but he comes back as a scarecrow after as like
Ah.
to wreak his vengeance.
That's just what happens in the pilot of Smallville.
And so you've got like the corn thrashing tractors that kill people, and the pitchforks and all the farm stuff.
Yeah.
Glorious.
Scythes.
Glorious film, and it's one that on the show on Monday we were talking about Vincent Price and certain movies he didn't like doing. This one he phoned, I think, the director and complimented him on one of the best horror movies he's seen of all time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that's
There you
bit of
go.
claim to fame for that one.
And it was the pilot for Smallville.
That's a pretty good pilot.
It's a pretty good pilot.
All right, do you
That's
want to?
cool.
Anyway, there's not much to say about that one other than that. I think Pat Hingle might be in that one as well.
I do love a good Pat
I
Hingle.
thought you might.
Can't see his name, but
Like, just
I'll
prove
keep
me
that
wrong
on the
when I go. No,
list.
can go through the names. I might be mistaken.
okay.
him.
Charles Durning,
Charles
Robert
Durning.
F.
Charles
Lyon-
Durning, that's
oh,
it.
Charles
Chucky
Durning.
D.
Yeah.
There you go.
Chucky D. I can't. I don't know if I can
Can't
hold
reach
this
it.
up. Can you?
What Lies Beneath with Michelle
Oh.
Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
I
Michelle.
love that movie.
It's a
And
great
love it.
movie.
Is
Yeah.
it Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's his one and only villain role.
Villain role.
Do you know
wow,
the?
that's a bit of a spoiler.
Do you know the backstory to that one, Sam? The
No.
production.
No. not at all.
Robert Zemeckis made this movie while shooting Castaway, so they took time off for Tom Hanks to either gain weight or lose
Lose.
weight, which was about 3 months.
So I think he gained weight first.
Yeah.
Didn't he? He got fat and then got skinny.
And so for them
Which
to
to
wait
me
for
seems like the wrong way to go about
yeah,
it.
they
Yeah.
had to wait 3 months for him to transform his body, and they didn't want to sit around and twiddle their thumbs. So
Yeah.
Robert Zemeckis made What Lies Beneath in that time.
Wow.
That's
That's
incredible.
crazy. Yeah.
And
Oh, he did it the Uwe Boll way. He just called up he called up CAA and said, "Which of your clients aren't doing anything right now?"
if I'm not mistaken, and everyone can fact check me, happy to be wrong on this, but I have a funny feeling this was one of those films that was a Tales from the Crypt script to begin with, which is why Zemeckis made it.
Ah.
Because he had a whole lot of scripts he was going to make into Tales from the
I thought
Crypt.
that was Random Hearts. Random Hearts was the Tales from the Crypt script.
You're thinking of Regarding Henry.
Oh,
Yeah.
regarding Henry.
And because they made From Dusk Till Dawn was originally Tales from the Crypt movie, and The Frighteners as well. And I think this was the other one they had there. Imagine if they'd made What Lies Beneath as a third movie instead of Ritual.
It'd be great, but
Yeah,
instead
yeah.
of like Michelle Pfeiffer And Harrison Ford, it was like, yeah, who could it have been? Like Juliana Margulies and
Marion Margulies.
and George Clooney
Oh yeah.
would have been that. No, needs to be someone. It would have had to been like Pamela Anderson and I'm just trying to think, and Billy Warlock.
Tim Allen.
Or Tim Allen. That would have been great.
Yeah.
Tim Allen and Pamela Anderson. No,
Then you go, howdy, neighbour.
yeah. And Wilson just pops up. He's just in the bathtub.
Yeah, and then, or you can see like when he kicks into psycho mode, like Tim Allen's chasing it, going.
He's doing this when he's chasing it down the street.
Oh, who was
No,
the guy
that's
his sidekick in it?
Yeah, Wilson. Was it Wilson?
No, Wilson's the neighbour. Al Borland.
Yeah,
Man, he could be the Harrison Ford role.
could have been like Jeffrey Tambor in was it House in the Hills or
Fuck
whatever it
this
is.
stupid conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, the worst. All right,
Recasting.
all right, you go again.
Yep. Okay.
Ben's getting tired on this Thursday night.
I really am, but I'm also
Yeah.
now intrigued about. I'm trying to think of my perfect TV episode cast. Like, what if it was Bruce Campbell? Bruce Campbell
that would-
and
that would
Bridget
fit.
Fonda. That would be great.
Ready or
Ready
not?
or not. Here I come. Yeah.
Which one's Ready or Not?
It's
2019.
The Samara Weaving one. The bride.
Oh, yeah,
Wasn't that a Monster Fest
we
film?
played at Monster Fest. I do
Yeah.
have a problem. One of my biggest problems with a lot of modern horror films is that their names are instantly forgettable. Like they don't really.
That's so true. I know. I agree.
mean,
I agree with this
like,
one for sure.
This one does tie into the film, yes, but it is such a generic. It's no From Whisper to a Scream. It's no Creep Show. It's no Body Bags. It's
Yeah.
if it was called Eeny Meeny Miny Mo, it couldn't be any less.
No.
Actually, that would be quite a memorable horror film. It's called Eeny Meeny Miny Mo. It'd be very politically incorrect, but
To the writing board, mate.
to the,
The
yeah.
drawing board, writing board, whatever. To the pin board.
to the pinboard.
Good movie.
Yeah. I really loved it. I thought it was great. I thought that like all the actors were perfect. The atmosphere was great.
And
I was
because
surprised.
This is a fairly recent film, so we will
Yes.
not spoil this for people. But that
Yeah.
finale was unexpected
Yeah, totally.
and
Yeah.
completely welcome in my book.
Yeah.
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 100%. yeah.
I was actually surprised though because when they go in, because the plot is basically on her wedding night, this bride is introduced to a bizarre family tradition
Yep.
of this
Yeah.
games night. And I was surprised at the Jumanji. I thought it was going to be like the Jumanji board game would have been one of the.
Yeah.
There's all these different kind of games that they can play, and they would have chucked in some. I guess they didn't want to get sued.
Yeah, could have done Twister.
But,
Yeah.
could have done some
There could have been
battleships.
some really interesting games, but they did choose a fairly generic game. But maybe they were hoping that there could be a possible sequel. I don't know.
Sequel.
You know what? This is going to be the weirdest fucking video because like every time you talk, Sam, we both go looking at this screen.
Yeah,
but
I
you're
know.
in the middle. It looks like story time. Have a look at this when we turn to the computer.
And here's one we prepared earlier.
You're looking at the camera. I'm looking at the
Yeah.
computer. And Sam's looking at the wall.
It's a great show. I think it's a great idea, Glenn. Like you've really
Do you like
worked
my?
out the logistics of it
Hey.
perfectly.
In fairness, Ben was going to be on Zoom tonight, and at the last minute, he practically said, "Hey, I'm coming over."
Yeah. Well,
They
if
just
you
decided
can,
to get
you
out of the
can.
house.
So next
Yeah.
time,
Yeah, that's
hopefully,
right.
you can come over next time.
Hopefully.
And
Yeah.
then it'll be I'll be at home.
I can see like half of Ben's face right now. It's like
probably
I
all you
don't know
need
if
to
I
see.
can do it. It's like
Yeah.
I can see like half of
Half.
his face.
I'm like an Easter Island statue. Bah.
Wonder what face he makes.
It's
if
like
I do
Gum
this.
Gum.
Woo.
That's enough. We'll see you next week, Sam.
Yes, definitely.
I feel like we're on a kids show. We're just waving goodbye.